Hi, third grade. If you're watching this, then hopefully today is Thursday, May 21st, and it is the last day of this school week. Tomorrow is a Friday, but there's no school. So I'm not going to send anything, even as a suggestion to keep you busy while moms and dads are working. This is the last day of our Hebrew people block, which means that hopefully you're going to finish up your drawings in your green book, even if you have to do it next week, that's okay. But as you're doing those drawings and you are working to finish your book, you're also doing some spelling words and practicing your spelling and learning some of the spelling of English language words. So this week's words we already reviewed on Tuesday. And then again, I did a little review thing regarding those words yesterday. Yesterday I did our words, our family words, because that was another review of skills. And so today we're going to do spelling practice because I think everyone has now had their spelling words. And for some of you, I did it on Zoom. And for others of you, I did it on the post I sent on Sunday. So moms and dads could give you your spelling words. The spelling words have to do with AW and AU. And today, Thursday, it should be very nice outside this afternoon, especially, and maybe even this morning if you're watching this in the morning. And you can take your chalk, your sidewalk chalk, and go outside with it and find a space either on your walkway or on your driveway or on your sidewalk out front of your house or something like that, and draw yourself a hopscotch. Now, I recommended that you try this for spelling words many weeks ago, and maybe you did it then, so now is a good time to do it for sure because it's so much nicer outside. It's a good outside activity. So I've given you an example on this piece of paper, and I'm going to show you a technique that I learned from my children's teacher when I was just a parent and not a teacher of Waldorf children. And I'm going to show you how to get this fun shading thing in the background behind my hopscotch. So this is obviously hopscotch on a piece of paper, and you can do your hopscotch outside, hopefully. You won't be able to get this effect outside, but I wanted to show you this as a fun way if you wanted to put your hopscotch on a piece of paper too after you've done it outside. All right, so I got this. I think you can probably tell. This is a good thing to do if you're outside, like on a deck or on the driveway, just outside anywhere when you're drawing, because then all these shavings can just go into the air and they won't go on the floor in your house where someone else might have to sweep it up. Oops, look, my pencil is falling apart. Where someone might have to sweep it up. And something tells me that sometimes that someone is not you, but it should be. Okay, now I'm gonna get a different color. I'm gonna do this light blue. So I've taken my broken sharpener, and this is what happens when the sharpeners break. The little metal piece falls out. I'm using it to sharpen my pencil because it still works. It's just not inside its housing. And then I drop the sharpenings onto the paper, and I get some of the wood from these pencils there as well. But I've now got pencil on my paper, pencil shavings, and then I just rub. And it's a really fun way to add color and texture to something. And you kind of have to add some more over here because it's hard to get it. You can't get it to shift really over a white space without getting that white space, the color you're shaving. And so I'm going to add more. I've got a nice sharp pencil now. This is a good use of your pencil shavings too. Then they don't just have to go in the compost or the garbage. They can go on your paper. And now that that one's nice and sharp, I'm going to use another color that needs to be sharpened. Let's see. How about my orange could be a little sharper. And you could even do two. You could do two colors. I'm going to actually add my brown to this orange and see what happens because my brown needs to be sharpened. Now, some of you have probably seen brothers and sisters do this who have older siblings. And some of you may have seen some of the 8th graders or 7th graders, someone else do this. And it's been a while since I've done this, but this is fun. There we go. Okay. And now, once I'm done, I'll take this outside and blow it over the yard, and maybe the chickens will come running and think that it's food. Okay, so now we're going to add our AU words or AW words. So you can choose them wherever they're going to go. I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 boxes. I'm going to actually, it's a little distracting, isn't it, to have all that stuff there. So I'm going to move it all down, even though I'm ruining my boxes a little bit. Okay, so here they all are. Can you see them? I'm gonna back this up a little bit. There, here's my hopscotch. So when you do your hopscotch outside, it will probably just be the outline, but I'm gonna put it a little bigger so you can see it better, or a little darker. Okay, you can do this with me in your language arts book if you want, because it's good practice for your writing and for drawing, and then you have a model of the hopscotch you're gonna do outside. Now, I think everybody knows how to play hopscotch. You take a pine cone or a rock or something you find outside, and you toss it onto your hopscotch, and when you get to the words, so for instance, I'm gonna use this beautifully sharpened blue, and I'm gonna use flaw. I'm gonna write my spelling words on my hopscotch so that you're using now sidewalk chalk to write these words. Claw. What else did I have? I had saw. And pause. And cause. And applaud. And I had, oh, it was in here. I had straw. And thaw. And draw. And shawl. Okay, so those are all the 10 and not the bonus in my hopscotch. Now you can take your concept for your hopscotch outside, and when you toss your hopscotch item, so I'm gonna pretend that I'm doing mini hopscotch here on this piece of paper. There, it landed on straw. So then I go hop, hop, hop together, hop, hop on one foot, and then I pick up my item and I spin around to go back. But before I go back, I pause on straw, I close my eyes, and I spell it. S-T-R-A-W, no peeking. And then I go back to the beginning. And then if you're playing with a sibling, you could give it to your little sister or your little brother or your big sister, big brother, if you're gonna play with them. And if you don't have a sibling, if you are an only child, then maybe, just maybe, moms and dads can go outside with you just for a little bit and play hopscotch spelling practice. And then you can come inside and maybe have some lemonade. Who knows? Maybe just a nice glass of ice water. But you should do this until you have practiced every word on your hopscotch. At least the 10 spelling words. At least once. For those of you who are stellar spellers, maybe once is enough. And for those of you who are still working on practicing your spelling, which is just fine because I made a mistake 2 weeks ago, then you should practice this maybe more than once. Maybe on Friday you could even do it even though there's no school. It's kind of fun, hopefully. So there is your assignment for today as spelling practice in video format. Your teacher's telling you to do it, so you better do it. Okay. Bye. Have a beautiful day outside tomorrow and have a great weekend. Hopefully those of you who went off somewhere are having a wonderful time, maybe by the water somewhere. Going swimming even. It's supposed to be in the 80s next week. Amazing. Okay. Bye, third grade.